Going to press go live. Is everyone ready? Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. And we are live. We are here for our second semifinal match featuring Kentaro Meijo from Japan and Johannes Levermann from, was it Switzerland or Germany? Which one?
I'm both. I'm Swiss and German, so I live in
All right.
that's
Well,
why I
I
also
am
expect.
Hakuna and Matata all at the same time. It's perfect. Well, so far, this tournament has been fantastic, and you both have been playing great. It's exciting to see both of you in the semifinals, and I know that I am looking forward to this great match today. We had a fantastic one with David Wells yesterday, who ended up winning, and so the winner of this match will be in the finals. Does anyone have anything they want to say before we begin today?
Just hope for exciting matches and hope everybody has watched.
Yeah, and thank you all for tuning in today. My name is Justin Knoll. I've been your commentator for this event, and Backgammon Galaxy and Mehmet have done a lot of work behind the scenes in order to keep this thing going. So I want to thank them. And if you all wouldn't mind smashing the like button today and subscribing to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. Now that we've got that out of the way, I will mute our players. And Johannes, if you wouldn't mind creating the link to send to
Okay.
Kentaro, and we will get this show on the road. Get the chat up here on my phone. Make sure the volume's off so we don't get that looping sound. It is very early throughout the world today, but thank you all for whoever could manage to be here in the States at this hour, which is wild. We can see that both of these players are in the top 10 on Galaxy, right? Or at least they were within the past few days. I see Kentaro here, number 10, and Johannes Levermann I thought was like number 1 the other day. But anything can happen in the top 100 here. Just waiting for them to start. Mehmet in the chat, nice to see you today. I don't see that they've started the match yet. Don't know how they're sharing the code with each other. I don't know if Kentaro can see the code. When he does, I'm sure he'll put it in and we will get these games started. The code does expire after a certain amount of time. Bill and Tara in the chat today. Nice to see you both. They are in Dubai currently, getting ready for the tournament out there, which is fantastic. Let's see here. I need to make sure I'm on the correct Wi-Fi at my house. That would be bad if it wasn't on the correct one, but it looks like we're doing good now. Oh no. Oh, what's happening here? Bluetooth devices, network internet connection. No, it's on the correct one. Not exactly sure why there's this delay, but I'm sure it will sort itself out. It keeps on saying reconnecting for some reason, even though I'm on my fast home Wi-Fi. Johannes offers the cube here. It looks like a fairly standard and easy take. Um, Not sure why it's giving me this problem as far as watching the stream is going today. Gonna have to figure this out. It keeps on saying reconnecting every other move. I am on the upstairs Wi-Fi, so everything should be fine there. Oh man. Sorry guys, not exactly sure what the issue is, but every other play it says reconnecting. But there's no problem on the stream itself. It's just Galaxy. Yeah, it says I have an excellent connection here, or maybe it doesn't. All right. Not exactly sure what the issue is, but it certainly does it every time one player in particular is making a move, or I can see half the move and then it continues to go, but not exactly sure what's going on. It certainly is annoying me though. I don't know how he got out of there. I'm assuming you rolled a 2-5 or something. Refresh mine as well. I'm not sure what is happening with the connection, but we're in a situation like this now, and Kentaro wins 2 points. What is going on? Double fives just comes all the way around. I would think so at least. Or we can maybe pick up everything, but I like coming all the way around. Really solves a lot of our problems if he doesn't roll a 6. 2-3. All right. So hopefully everything is working just fine now. Everything seems to have not done anything funny in the last like 30 seconds or so, so that's positive. Um, and of course, White is just trying to bring this game home without leaving a shot. When they doubled, they had a significant racing lead. In this instance, though, I would say their racing lead is insignificant. Not totally so, but like mostly so, and this just slots the 2 point. The race lead is what really gives your position its value here. So when the race lead starts to diminish, things start to look better for the team that's holding on the anchor. 6-3 leaves an 8 shot. So 6-2, but not 5-3, but double twos and double fours would have hit. 4-2, okay, that makes the 2-point, I think. I don't want to clear the 8 because that would leave 5-3 to hit me. You could also do this, that's totally fine. This covers. 4-2 again, now you have to clear the 10-point, which is annoying because that also leaves 5-3 as well as 6-2 and double twos and double fours, but not 4-3. 4-2 again. I don't know if he's trying to win some world record, but eventually he'll be hit if he doesn't get that checker home. I know that for sure. 5-3, okay. That's what black was trying to roll. 6-3 forces him off his anchor. 4-1 is a pick and pass number. This helps to neutralize the race, though I will say 6-3 on his next roll will be annoying, but 5-2 is just fine. Double ones just slots the 6-point, and 6-1 leaves a shot. So a 2 will hit, and double fives helps the race, and he's the first one off. 2-4, 6-3. I know Kentaro looks frozen, but I can guarantee you he is not. He just does not move when he plays. Double four, double one, sorry, that was sick. And now white is a massive favorite. And now we have ourselves a tie ball game, or a tie dice game, sorry. 3-1 just gets to make the 5-point, and 6-3. Guess we just have to run with one of our back checkers. All of this seems fine. 3-1 hits, play 6-5 for a little extra diversity in your builders. And are we getting anywhere close to a cube? 1 back versus 2 back, 3 away, 3 away. This play stinks of desperation. So I think he has to double now, and he does. Okay. And I think you have a very easy take. I would have probably liked the take a bit more before the hit on the 1, to be fair, if I just played 13-8 or something. But maybe tactically it's correct just to stop him from pointing on the 3-point. I just have biases against these sorts of things sometimes. 2-1 makes the 5 prime, and 5-3 points on him, which is nice. It does leave a shot on the 1, but it's a good roll, I'd say. And this is interesting. I think we have to slot the back of the prime. We could also just play 13-7, which is interesting as well. Maybe we don't want a second checker back, but that is what we're considering, whether or not we just play 13-7 or whether or not we play 13-11, 13-9, trying to make a 6 prime. He's considering. He chooses this one. 2-1. All right. He's leaving a few extra numbers here. No need to do anything desperate like 6-2, 2-1, or anything here. I think 13-8 is just fine. You're not really losing the race, right? So it's not the end of the world. I would step up here and just play 7-6. I know he's thinking about playing 10-6 and not leaving the 6-1 shot, but I would step up with the blot on the 1. I would like to be able to get out. And here, I think we can just switch from 6-5, make the structure that way. Not sure if we need to switch and point on the guy, because we might get a third checker sent back, and we don't want that at all. 5-4 just plays 2 down. And 6-5 is also 2 down. Thank you all for tuning in today. Double six. What an amazing shot. And I think we just come around. There's no need to point. I think we just have a good recube potentially in this situation, right? His take point at the score is 25%. We must be doing good here. So here comes the recube. And now he has to think about whether or not he can take this. He's down 6 pips in the race. Does not look pretty. Might have a difficult time coming out. But white might have a difficult time coming in. But they also might not. It's a big, tricky decision for Kentaro. Not exactly sure what he's going to do. It's not often you see positions without a 6 point. So what I do is I try to mentally shift the 6 point to the 5 point, right? Or the 5 point back to the 6 point. And then I think about it as if it looked like that and what I would do in that situation. Because I've seen people tricked and I've been tricked before by not having a 6 point into doing something that maybe I shouldn't do. So I mentally shift it back to the 6 and leave the 5 open so it looks more normal to my pattern recognition. And I find that that's fairly an accurate way of looking at it to help me decipher what I think is going on over the board. 5-3 just points on him. Lone Marcher in the chat, Omergun3310, welcome to the stream this morning. Arts from Germany, very nice to see you there. Dior, I can't even say it. Ramos, mister. What? It's nice to see you in the chat as well. 6-2 is a misser. And here, yeah, I like this play. Even though it leaves some shots, we want to be able to fill in the 4. That would help us get off the 18 much easier. So this helps with the diversity at the cost of 3-5. And 3-6 is not great. Is that better than slotting? Very interesting, the decision to like slot or not to slot there, being able to keep the 8 point. I think I liked the slotting play, but maybe not because we're not actually being primed, but I do think it would have helped to get off of the 18. This also helps us get off the 18, by the way. 6-1 hits, of course. Which one do we hit? I come out from behind the prime. And this one hits on the 16, I think. Giving 1s and 2s and 3s from the roof, but those points are all open anyway. And 3-6 is a double hit, absolute brutality, but double 1s, sick. I think we have to split off the 24. We're not gonna, is that right? Maybe we can play 6-5? I don't know. I have a hard time when I think about trying to get out here. I think this play looks good though. It's just tricky because you hope to get away with it, but then you see, like, if I do get away with this, I might have a problem getting off the 24. 3-2. And now a nice pointing number would be good for Johannes. It's a great roll for him. 4-2. Guess we come off the anchor, remake the 8 point. 2-5 is a good shot. This just comes all the way out. And 5-2 misses. Yikes. I think I would come out here. Yeah, that looks fine. And maybe we just play 5-3. Just in case he rolls double 1s or 2-1 or something. I was just trying to think of ways to give him bad numbers. It's been a theme I've been thinking about a lot recently, where we just try to look for what gives our opponent the most poor numbers, right? Of course, that would then work in our favor. I don't know if you can hit here, right? Okay, and then the 3 just slots the deuce. And 4-2 does nothing. Terrible roll. Do we need to come out? That's interesting. We could cover. Double threes fans and double twos covers. And yeah, I like this. It gets rid of the gap in the middle of the position. Oh, we took it off instead of making it, but that leaves a gap. I don't love that if that was avoidable. I mean, now you have to clear over the gap as well, which is harder to do. And okay, now he gets to fill it in, solves that problem. Do 1 and 5-3, and we'll see if this gap on the 2 ever becomes an issue. Thought he filled it in a second ago. I don't know. I blink and then all of a sudden the whole thing changes. And now there could be a double shot. No, no shots yet at all. 5-2 has to run off. 6-3. Okay, he has to consider whether or not he wants to take the 10th checker off. I would take the 10th checker off, by the way. It leaves an extra 1-3, so 2 more numbers, but it basically guarantees that that blot will be gone next roll and gives you extra winning chances if you are hit. I think he has to stay there. 6-3 has to stay again. 4-3 because any ace or deuce. No, no, no. You gotta. Wait, what? Oh, maybe backgammon go? Is that what he was concerned about? Oh, with ones and twos? Interesting. I guess maybe the threat of him losing a backgammon is what made him want to run, but that was such a rare sequence. And any ace or deuce would have given him like a double shot and a chance to just win. I mean, I think I've looked at these backgammon go situations before, and that's an interesting one. Maybe if he just had the ace, you should run, but the ace and deuce doing it is a lot. And also, it reduced the number of backgammon sequences. He would have had to have rolled sixes, fives, fours, or threes because twos didn't do it as well. So I don't know. I don't know. Very, very tricky stuff. Very, very tricky stuff. 3-6. What a perfect shot. Oh, double fives, even better. Now white has an advantage on roll. Yeah, I can see him doing this. Oh, just for double threes. You must feel like a genius after that, right? The guy rolls like one of the numbers that allows you to get the shot. I know it doesn't pay off, but still, that could have been real funny. 4-2. Bring this into the 5. 4-2. Okay. And double threes. That's a fantastic beginning for Johannes. 5-2. Johannes has a very big lead here in this race. Kentaro's going to need some big doubles. 4-3 isn't it. He's going to need sixes or fives in order to kind of bring this game closer to him. Double threes is a good start. Double twos, okay. Takes 2 off. Oh, double fives, okay. 6-5. And it looks like Johannes wins the first match, and now it is time to see who wins the PR. And Johannes wins the PR playing a 1.24. So, Johannes Levermann, just keeping my score sheet over here, versus Kentaro. Johannes Levermann, after match 1, takes a 2-point to no point lead. Wow, that's incredible. Playing a 2.87 and then getting beat by a 1.2 PR. I would feel half decent about the 2.87, of course, but then when you see the 1.24 on the other side, you then go, well, that's just rude. How is everyone doing in the chat today? Please feel free to send me messages. I am looking at the chat. My name is Justin Knoll, of course. I've been your commentator for this week. Also was a commentator over in Monaco this year. I'm a professional backgammon player from New York. I currently live in London, though. If anyone is interested in backgammon lessons, of course, please feel free to send me an email at justin@backgammonuniversity.com. 5-2 just plays 2 down. 3-1 becomes interesting. I think we need to stay back. There's no point in trying to leave because we're getting murdered in the race. Seems okay. 5-2 does not seem okay. Seems like a pretty bad roll. This with 4-3, we can just play 13-6 if we're keeping that theme going, and this hits and comes around the corner. I think we have to hit here. There's a blot in his board, and plus it's just a bad number anyway. I know you could point on him with 6-1. That is a reasonable option, but I think I would have done the other one. You just make the point here, right? Strengthen your board. Your board is your best defense here, and 4-3 points on him. 5-3, okay. Jeff Hall in the chat. Yeah, someone is asking, Jeff Hall is asking about the players' BMAB ratings. I don't know if that matters. If you're in the semifinals of the UBC Online 2025 tournament out of all the players that joined, regardless of your BMAB rating, you are awesome and are most definitely playing at a very high level GM strength. But no, I don't know personally their ratings. I'm just assuming very, very good. And if white can roll a 4, no, I like your first play. I liked it because of the diversity it gave you. To obviously give you a 2-1 to make the 4. It gave you some more pick and pass numbers with 4-1 and also didn't leave a 4-6 shot. You know, leaving fewer shot numbers seems pretty good. And also more numbers to point also seems good. That's a good roll, but there are, if you roll two big numbers, some awkwardness that could happen. And he makes this play instead of taking a checker off just to leave better distribution. And he rips one off, keeping the board closed. This is good, and double fours is even better. 4-3 just plays to the 6 point. I think you bring it in. I would bring it in just to try to save some more gammons, but I don't know if the gammon is going to be saved here. You just choose your crossover, whether or not you play down or in. 2-1, not ideal. 2-1. Double ones, also not ideal. Gammon City, I smell it coming. 6-4, and he needs big doubles now in order to get off this gammon, and he doesn't do it. Thank you very much, Mark Husking. He says, hi, Justin. Really enjoying the stream once again. That's fantastic. Thank you for tuning in. It's nice to have everybody here watching some high-level backgammon. 3-2. Maybe we just slot the 5 point here. I like this. Seems like the play to make will certainly help your position out. It's the first thing my pattern recognition was kind of telling me in this situation. Whether or not we pull the trigger on it is something else entirely, but we're going to continue to fight for that 5 point. Because he just got away with it here. He hopes to be able to make it and continue to hit on the 3. achieving victory that way. And I don't think, well, I guess we could because it duplicates the hitting number. So, wow, do we make it and just hit on the 3? Or do we pick up the second checker and forego making the 5 point? This is the first thing I saw because I really like making the 5. But these hit or no hit decisions are always tricky. Um, Dirk Sheeman wrote, oh, and look at this 1-6 from the roof. He has to just either hit or slot the 4 point or come out. Okay, I do like coming out. I didn't see that as an option originally. I thought it was worse than it was. Coming out is actually a really good option. Ooh, this overhitting. Interesting. So, yeah. And then you just come around with the 5, right? And you just get hit by 1 6 2 6 3 6 4 6 5 6 5 4 5 5 4 6 is one of them. I hit on the 16, I think, by the way. And then 1 6. And I think the game is really, really strong for Kentaro now. It looks like he's dead. He has to hit with the 6, I think. And double 4s is really, really bad. Yeah, deciding to switch is interesting because I know keeping the prime will generally win more games, and you don't have a gammon to win here. So maybe you could just hit loose on the 1 point. That might be better, keeping the priming structure, right? You have 2 more to play. Maybe hitting loose on the 1 is better, so you keep the priming structure. Yeah, I like that play. Better than switching, because switching is a play that wins more gammons, but you don't have a gammon to win at the score because you're just 1 away. And you don't want him to roll a 5 and then you have to hit loose and he rolls another 5 and then he just gets to come out. You have to let your structure win the game. Priming plays win more games, of course. That's very clear that priming plays win more games. 6-1 hits. That has to be good, hitting on the 2 point. Oh, when he hits back, that's a very strong start. And if he can roll another 2, and he does, he anchors. Johannes has himself some sort of game now, better than what he had before, which was just death. Five two just slots the 3 point. Coming out just will put you on the roof more often, I think, and then you don't maybe get a chance at some of these outside shots, and you don't get a chance at building your board, which is what you want. Coming out does challenge to probably win more games, but here at least you get some of these outside shots, and you've got a little bit of a board now. 6-4, that misses. I thought it hit. I got excited. It does not hit. Maybe you do just come out, though, all the way. You could make the 2, of course. Double 5s. Fantastic roll for Kentaro. Looks like he's going to bring this game home just fine. I say that, but you never know. His winning chances, of course, are really high right now, but you never know what black might roll. They might roll something with a 4 in it, and things could get awkward. But now we don't want to do that. We want to do this one. That looks better, but still, things could get awkward with a 4. This clears both outside points, so his winning chances just went up by a ton. Double 4s clears the whole point. We can see he's odd, though, and that is where problems begin. 6-4, he's still odd, so if he rolls 2 large numbers again, he could get an ace shot. And he does leave an ace shot, and a hit would give him a chance, and he does have a chance. A small chance, but better than no chance, that's for sure. So white, of course, has to be very aggressive in this bear off now, taking chances to try to catch up in the race before he lets him in. I don't think you can open your board. You just have to go to the 1 point. Double 3s takes those 2 off for sure. I think I just keep my board closed. 5-4 rips 2 off for sure now. If he rolls a 5, you're probably losing anyway, so you might as well rip it off. Yeah, I like this. And no need to leave the shot. I think your game is okay now. Oh, your game is better than okay now. 4-1, 6-5. Oh no, wow, that was a massive, massive roll. Oh, and he takes him out with the double threes on the very last roll. That 6-5 was huge to get him around the corner. And Johannes trumped him with the doubles, of course. That was always going to be possible there. 6 rolls in order to take it away from the young man's hands, and he does it. We're at a 4-away post Crawford score. So after the double threes, black was doing better than white, so of course he decided to take. Five three for black. We could make the 5. We could play 2 down. It's probably my least favorite of the options, to be honest. Making the 3 doesn't help our priming structure and still leaves 7s as a shot. So he would have been hit with 1-6 and 4-3. We could have left those and made the 5 or 2 down and left nothing, but still very tricky. Think, wow, what are we doing here? And then just stepping up. I mean, this looks pretty good, but obviously it doesn't take away the tempo that allows black to just roll and do stuff like this. So I thought that was tricky, but we don't have time to think about these things. And now there's the 5 prime and he's on the roof. Double twos, not great. 1-2 will hit back. 1-5 though, doesn't hit back. Any 2, any 5's going to hit loose on the 1. Double twos. Oh, it hits, but boy, that's awkward. And 4-3, this just comes out. Now white is in a commanding position in this game. 5-4, maybe we just play 2 down from the mid. Gives ourselves a lot of builders for when he has to leave, and it forces him to play 3-6 to come off the anchor. 6-4. I like this. And the 4 can come forward. He can't hit you with anything. I don't love that because if he runs off, I wanted that builder to be used to attack on the 4 point. So now this has to come into the 5 and then the ace just plays outside, right? Three, 2. And now we almost don't mind letting him off his anchor now that he's kind of broken down to a 3-point board like this. 3-6 would be funny, so I think you just do it. He wants to give him 4s to play, which I understand, but if he rolls double 4s, I would scream. He now has a 4-point board again, and there's a couple shots. We just go to the 14 point. We pay off to the 4-3. Is that it? Just 4-3? 5-2, okay. And this 5-3 just comes in. 2-1. He's lucky to have not come off his anchor yet. And this just makes the 1 point. And 4 is forced off. This is an awful roll. 1-4. This hits and covers the 2. And he fans. And 5-3 hits loose. And I just play big for the cover. He's got a 3-point board, so I'm not worried. And he makes the safest play for distribution, making sure double 6s, double 5s, numbers like that don't leave shots. 1-2. And double 5s. 4-2. Okay. Maybe we just clear the 6 now. I would. I know he can see the problem with it, but I can also see the problem with that. And that is the gaps keep growing. 5-3 leaves a shot, and double fives misses it. So we're going to get another game in this match because it appears as if Johannes wins this one and 2 points, getting us to 2 away, 1 away post Crawford, which gives him an automatic double again. And Kentaro will then have the option of the free drop in this situation. The extra point here means nothing. And so when white doubles, black should pass. Right? No, he should take. He just made the 5. Well, is he a favorite? Very difficult choice here. Yeah. No, I think I was right because black had the 5 point made. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't know if we have the anchor yet. I said it correctly. I thought I said it incorrectly, but it's just early for me. I was up late doing this last night as well, and if you haven't seen that match with David Wells playing against the current backgammon world champion, Timo Vatanyan, that was a great one last night. David Wells played fantastic and took an early lead, and then Timo came storming back. Don't want to give you any spoilers, though. Thank you all for tuning in today, of course. If you haven't yet, please smash the like button. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. I also have a YouTube channel, Justin Noel Plays BG. I will be giving away a few free lessons over there once I hit 3,000 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer every day. So if you wouldn't mind doing that as well, I would appreciate it. 6-3 gets to run. Pretty good roll, all things considered. Hoping to be missed with a 3, hoping to be missed with a 6-5. What else are we doing? Staying back, but why? We're up in the race. Oh my gosh, double 6. We were up in the race. You can see it on Johannes's face. He can't believe it. And now Kentaro is a big favorite. Oh, he's going to give him a chance here with these small numbers. 5-1. He gains 3 pips on the exchange. Kentaro wants to roll big to keep this going. 6-4 is a great shake. I would probably play to the 5 point just to keep my diversity bearing in, but I can see why he doesn't want to have a gap on the 4 ever. So filling it in, of course, is going to be probably best or close to. Johannes is going to need some big rolls in order to catch up here. 2-5 first off. 2-1, not a good reply. I think we have to come closer. We want to be able to bear in and start bearing off with 6s and 5s, so that was useful. 5-1. Johannes is going to need big rolls, but Kentaro gets them. And double 5s pretty much secures the entire game. Johannes is going to need double 6, followed by double 6, followed by double 6 in order to come back here. 5-1. Does he roll it? No. Double 3s, okay, and that is the end of that. And Kentaro Meijo wins the second match. But who wins the PR? And the drum roll. Oh my gosh, Johannes Levermann wins the PR by 0.03. Absolutely disgusting. So close, so close. There's no challenges, though. There's no way to throw a flag and get a higher rollout. We've been going by the results on Galaxy the entire time. So Johannes Levermann now has 3 points, and Kentaro Meijo has 1. That was sick. That's a massive swing, that .03 there. Massive swing. Instead of it being a ball game, Johannes still has a 2 point lead. And Johannes has left the building. And he's back. And they have to send another code now, which is fine. Let's see a little analysis here. No blunders from Johannes. And this 6-3 was a blunder. Oh, they wanted him to make the 9-point. Interesting. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. They have to create another code because the time lapsed on the invite, which is fine. You can see me right here, number 9 here on Galaxy. MCG at number 1. I'm not sure who number 2 is here. Mislav, Michael Niagu, Petco, John O'Hagan. I know most of these players. Certainly the ones using their real name I know. 5-1 gets to make the 3 points. Seems reasonable. Thank you all for tuning in today. If you wouldn't mind, please smashing the like button, subscribing to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. And with the double blots in his board, he decides to just strengthen it, knowing that you cannot touch him. You just have to make the point. Have to deny yourself the hit. He's got you outboarded, and double fives comes out and comes down, I think. I mean, how do we come down? Do we make the 8 or do we leave the 3 shot? What's going to hit? 3-4, 3-6 will hit. This doesn't get to hit, but the cube comes. He's up 15 pips. So he doubles, and he's still got a take. Pretty easy take, I would say, I think. I mean, the 5 and the 4 is open, which is annoying, but 15 pips seems decent enough. And double 6, right? Right back in it. Not a problem at all. Do you want to keep a little more contact? Just because you're down 3 pips in the race? Maybe. He decides against it. And maybe we just play 2 down, breaking the contact ourselves. And 6-5 is a big number, but we can see it's a bit awkward and annoying because of the gaps on the 5 and 4 point. He wants to play to where he can fill those in, which is why he kind of semi does something funny with the checker to the 3 point, hoping that if he rolled another 5-4, he would get to then put a checker in the gaps. Double fives, what a shot. Kentaro doing well today with the dice in this particular race here. Fantastic. Takes an early 2-point lead in this match. 6-3 just runs past the heavy 8 point. Very critical understanding there of what to do against certain opening rolls and certain opening structures. 5-2. That's a nice slot. I don't know if it's right, but I do like it. It might be right. I have to look it up later. How is everyone doing in the chat today? Who do you think is going to win today's matchup? If you think Johannes Levermann is going to win today's matchup, please put a 1 in the chat. If you think Kentaro Meijo is going to win today's match, please put a 2 in the chat. A 1 for Johannes, a 2 for Kentaro. Who do you think is going to be the winner? Plastic Printer 1 is in the chat. Said, hello, Justin. How are you doing? 3-1. Yes, we just make an advanced anchor. I would make the 4-point anchor. Seems fine to me. Allows me to keep myself in the game, which is nice. Do 4 makes a double anchor, and I guess we could play 8-4 or 13-9. We could also just cover. Yeah, I'm going to cover. We could hit. I missed the hit. The double anchor seems interesting, though. I did miss the hit, though, and this 1 has to hit on the 5. We've got a bunch of 1s and a bunch of 2s in the chat. Basically equal so far. You see, I would vote for 1 if I were on the sidelines just because one player is actually just in the lead right now. I would always vote for the person that's in the lead. I made a mistake of doing that once. I made a bet against a poker player one time where he was leading by like 100 and something thousand dollars in a race to a million playing heads up. It was like Doug Polk versus Daniel Negreanu, and I bet the guy that was in the lead at the time, and that was a mistake. So we'll see how this goes. 6-4. Okay. Well, this hits on the 9, right? And I guess the 6 comes out. Seems reasonable to me. I don't know why I wouldn't hit. Um, he's going to have the time and the structure to kind of play this anyway. So I don't think I would deny the hit. You've got the 1-point made. Your game is going to stink regardless. Interesting. That was interesting. I'm going to hit. The best way to play a back game is to get out of it if you can. And since you're not really being primed, or you weren't really being primed, it seemed like a reasonable play. 4-2 just makes the bar. We have someone in the chat just voting for Max Payne. I like that, by the way. Max Payne is always fun. Here I would likely just upgrade from the 2-point to the 3-point with the ace. That way I can hop out with some 6s if this ends up going well. But we have some sort of backwards, forwards, forwards, backwards sort of game going on where one guy, it looks like, is kind of wanting to play a back game. I would have been trying to get out of it. But if he plays a 1 at the end of this, we know who was right. Him! And this just has to hop out, of course. There's nothing else to do, really. Johannes's camera has gone off. That is true. I don't know what happened there. Thank you for that. I don't know where his camera went on Zoom. It's just a big gray block on my screen now. We'll have to get that sorted. We might as well double hit, see if we can get out of this. 4-1 hits on the 14. See if we can get Johannes's camera sorted out in between this match. Not exactly sure what's happened here. I will say it looks like Kentaro's camera froze, but he just doesn't move when he plays, which I think is everyone has their own style. Me, I'm all over the place. 3-5. Kentaro is just that focused. Just got a message here. All right, so I think he needs to slot the 3-point again, to be honest. While there was 2 blots in his board, it looked like a good time to do that because now this does not look great for black at all. It didn't look great to begin with, but without having that 3-point filled in, it certainly looks worse, and this just slots the 2. And 4-1, I mean, how do you win this game? This looks bad. Okay, just the 2 and the 6. This fills it in. All right. No, there's no 6 to play, so you have to play this 2. And maybe you can cube this. I mean, how does black bring this game home without leaving you shot after shot after shot after shot? And you're trailing. He's got 7 checkers on the ace. You're going to have shots for days. You know what? You should double this, Johannes. Give him the thing. And what is his take point on this 4 cube? How did he get a 2 cube at the score? I must have been when I was trying to figure out about Johannes's camera. Don't know how he got a 2 cube. So if he passes, it'll be 50-50. If he takes and loses, it'll be 1 away Crawford, 3 away, which is 25% match winning chances for him. And if he takes and wins, he'll win the match. 5-4 misses. Double ones. Oh my gosh, an absolute perfecta of a number. And he gets rid of the lower gap in double fives. What an absolute beast of a roll. Now, all that to roll a deuce at the end would be hilarious, right? Like a 6-2, 4-2, 5-2 would have left a shot. And to weave through all that magic just to leave a 2 there would have been something that could only happen in backgammon. Slotting the bar seems fine. Okay, this leaves him odd. And I think we just have to come off. It pays off to a 1-2. Of course it does. Why wouldn't he roll that? And now Kentaro is the winner of our 3rd match. And that was an interesting one. So let's see the PRs. Chat break. Johannes's camera isn't working. They did not get my break message fast enough. Which is annoying. All right, well, they just went right into it. I also did not see who won the PR, so let's get that going. 3-1. froze again, huh? All right. So Mehmet, please let me know who won the PRs there, and I will let everyone watching know. This whole thing kind of froze a little bit, but we will get that result for you in a moment. Kentaro won the match. I am not sure who won the PR. It did not display. Mehmet will give me the result in a moment with the PR numbers. Mehmet says Kentaro played a 5.38 and Johannes played a 3.7. So Kentaro won the match, bringing him to 2 points, and Johannes won the PR, bringing him to 4 points. So it's still a 2-point lead after 3 matches for Johannes Levermann, who is playing very well today. So yes, it was a 1-1 split. And Johannes's camera is still not working. Um, don't want to do anything to mess up Kintaro's video, so I'll just leave it like that. I left a note in the chat, so they'll probably break after the 4th match anyway. And it looks like Gammon City for Kentaro Meijo. He is going to be winning a Gammon here unless something crazy happens, like a shot being left. But his distribution looks really, really good. Johannes Levermann is leading 4 points to 2. Yes, I missed the cube. I was surprised that he was able to get a 4 cube back. Um, because doubling while leading a 3-away score in a game where your opponent has a double anchor just seems a bit off. Um, I don't even remember when he doubled. I was just surprised when I saw a recube coming. I think it made Johannes's cube even better, the fact that he was holding a 2 cube. Kentaro wins 4 points here. The one good thing about this tournament format is they're playing from median PR, not average PR, right? So your median average can be very different from your overall average. So some of these outliers just might not count at the end of the day at all. 4-6, just play 13 to 7, I think. This has to be the play that wins the most games, and this makes the 5 point. You could make this as well. I might have made the 5. I'm addicted to the 5 point. 5-3. And this 5-1, okay. What are we going to play here? We could come out with the 5 maybe, then play the 1 down maybe afterwards, after coming out. 6-4 is a good roll. 6-5 doesn't get to hit. But maybe the 6 comes down and the 5 comes out, giving a little extra control over the outfield here. 6-2, what a fantastic roll. This hits. 1-3 hits back. What a good shot. 4-6. Oh my goodness, Kentaro. And the 6. I mean, what else can we do? Slot the 2 in a double anchor game? No way. No, I could never slot the 2 point in a double anchor game. I know he's trying to force him to hit, but like he's not going to hit you. And you could either make the 4 or you could slot both home board points, slotting the 5 and the 4, just for your future distribution. You want everything to be in order. I would play 7 to 6 here to give myself more covers of the 5 point. And then you would just pray that he starts to roll big. That looks awkward. And if he rolls big and the other guy rolls small, and I mean, maybe it was okay to volunteer a shot there. I don't know. 2-1 is a great roll. It's small for 1, which is useful. Do you do this or do you break the 8? Maybe this is the better play because it breaks contact with 2 points. Yeah, I like that better. And double 4s. Oh, the worst. The absolute worst. Anything would have been better than this. Anything would have been better. I mean, either way you play it, it's going to be bad. So, uh, is this better than just leaving the shot now? I would just look at playing 8 to 4 and just leaving the shot. I would just probably leave the shot, to be honest. His board's already broken, and I don't want things to get awkward in my position. I don't think a 6 really swings things all that much against me. There's still a blot in his board. Okay, well, I guess you just play 6 to 5 after this. Oh, and look at this awful number. Oh, and he gets missed. 2, then 6, takes the checker off, 2-1. 6-4, okay, a double shot, and then the 5-3 hits. I think he has to leave the checker there. He needs to make that point in order to win. So you have to risk getting hit with a 6 just so you can try to make it. And 6-1, okay. Not ideal, not ideal, but we're going to give ourselves a chance to make it again. We have no choice this time. We can't lift it. And double 5s comes all the way around the corner, hitting 2 checkers. That is a super joker if I've ever seen one. And this one makes the 2. And double 6 leaves a shot, though. Any 4, 6-5, and Kentaro wins the match. But does he win the PR? Let's see if it will tell us this time. Double 2s. Kentaro wins the match. And he wins the PR. And we are back to 4 points each. We are absolutely even. Let's go. We have to fix Johannes's camera. Just sent him a message in the chat. We have ourselves an even match at 4 points each. If Mehmet wants to update us on the median error rate. And the median error rates so far are almost even. Kentaro Meijo is playing a 2.6 median error rate, and Johannes Levermann is playing a 2.62 median error rate. So even though So even though, right, Kentaro had the one game where he ended up playing a 5.38, that kind of balances out actually, right? So even though Johannes has the lower actual PR at the moment, total average, he's losing the median error rate, which is interesting. So Johannes has left, and we're going to have him rejoin and see if that fixes his camera. All right, so that does fix his camera. And let me just reconfigure this. So that's that. This is this. So we'll put Johannes back up here. And we will put Kentaro back down here. And we should be good to go. All right, I'll let the players know. Take a break, be back in a minute or two. So we've gone through 4 matches now, and the match is tied. And the median error rate is also almost tied, but Kentaro is winning the median error rate by 0.02, a 2.6 to a 2.62 at the moment. And the matches are tied. All right, so I will be back in a moment. Go grab something else to drink. Oh, it looks like Johannes's camera is glitching again, like we're entering the Matrix or something. Very strange. Oh, his camera is glitching and is off again. Johannes, Your camera is glitching and is off again. It's doing something quite funny where it starts looking like I don't know, some like video of someone hacking into your system, what it would look like if they're changing the camera over, and it just is off and it's a big gray box again. Johannes, your camera is not working. Yeah, the camera has a problem. It works for a bit and then it starts to glitch. So maybe I can, yeah. Okay. Not sure what is going on here, but we will get it sorted. He should be back in a moment, and then we will get this show on the road. Think we're good to go. So, if you want to send the code to,
Hi, Justin.
hi.
Can you
So
hear
I
me?
think we're good to go. If you want to send the code to Kentaro, and I'll
Yes.
mute us again, okay?
Yes, yes, I will. Sorry for the
Yep.
problem with the
No
camera.
worries.
Not sure what it is, but I will send the code now.
We should be good to go. Little break, little technical difficulty solving. But I think things are back up and running. There was a glitch in the Matrix. I knew all along we were living in a computer simulation, but nobody believed me. But we all know now that I was telling the truth. Mochi, the score now is 4-4. And because of the median error rate, Kentaro is actually winning by 0.02 in the PR. 2.6 to 2.62. Oh no, it's doing this reconnecting thing again. Let me just refresh. See if that helps to solve the problem. Double threes makes the bar. Oh man. Well, we know my internet is fine actually. We've done this before. There's just a problem with how I'm receiving it at this moment, or just in general how it is. Yeah, I don't know why this is happening. Let me just refresh it again. I'll make sure I'm still on my correct internet. And I am. So everything should be fine. But it is not. And double twos, it's actually very interesting because you could make a solid 5 prime or you could switch. Oh, come on. I mean, this is a bit much. My internet is fine. Yeah, I did go for the solid 5 prime. man, come on. Yeah, so this happened during the first match where it just kept on saying reconnecting, reconnecting. I'm not exactly sure why. My internet is just fine. So I'll keep refreshing Galaxy and hope it sorts itself out like it did last time. Because it was fine for many matches. And now that we've restarted again, it is not. OBS is reconnected. How is the YouTube stream doing? 4-3. All right, that's too bad. It's a very interesting game. Everything seems to be working fine once again. Very annoying, though. Very annoying. And Johannes wins 2 points. And this hits 1 and comes down as the best play. Dirando BG, it says, yes, that actually was, I think, the issue. So thank you for your help, actually, in solving that. It looks like it is corrected now. I don't think I would make the point. I think I would make the 11. I would come down and then I would just step up, to be honest, and just make some sort of priming structure play over this. The chat also very, very helpful in getting these things sorted out, so thank you very much. This just looks really awkward. The computer doesn't like this 2-4-6 sort of structure from white. We have to fill in the 5. That makes it a lot better. We really wish the 2-point wasn't made here. Now he has to... Ooh, is this what we're doing with the double anchor? We're breaking it to hit right now. Is that what we're doing? Ugh. That looks a bit big. Now they're saying there's lag in the stream. Not exactly sure what to do about that. Sorry, guys. 6-2, 6-1, and this 3-1. Okay. What I can try to do is go into OBS and get rid of the stream lag altogether. See if I can figure that out while still doing commentary here. So I just clicked off of the stream delay. I'm not exactly sure what that means far as the stream is going currently, if that fixes it or not, but let me know in the chat. Thank you all for letting me know. This whole live thing is new to all of us. That leaves a shot. That's annoying. And does he hit? He does hit, and I would make the 10 point for a little additional safety. 5-1, okay. Now 5-2 just hops out and covers the... what? No way we're slotting here. What? Why would we slot? That just seems a bit excessive. I think I would have played 15 to 13 and just covered the outfield a bit more. You just get gammoned way too much doing that, I think. Thank you all for tuning in today. I know I haven't said it in a while, but if you wouldn't mind smashing the like button on the stream, that would be very, very, very useful. Kentaro redoubles, okay. He has 2 off, so he's not getting gammon. The question is, does he win enough games? I could never pass this for money. Well, I can't come into a triple shot, so here's this, and now 6 and 2s. But not 8s. No, it does hit. It does hit. A perfect 16. And he gets to step up and make the 1. Oh, and he doesn't roll a 6. Any entering number that makes the 8 is going to be a killer. No, he doesn't do it. Whoa, are we blocking double 6? Is that what we're doing? No, we can't do that. Is he blocking double 6? But what if he just rolls a regular 6? Now you have less coverage. So maybe the 6 comes in and we leave the double 6 to beat us. That way we get double coverage if he comes out, maybe. Five three makes the point. 1-2, he gets to enter. 9s make the 1 point. No sound. What? Check your volume? It says the sound is fine on my end. Anyone else having that issue? What's going on here? Everything just gets frozen a little bit. Okay, everyone can hear me just fine, except for the one guy. 3-1. Guess we have to try and stay back for a shot. 2-3 picks and passes. 3-1 stays back for a shot again. 6-1, 6-2, but not 2-1. 4-2. 6-4. 6-2 comes around. He says he has sound, but it's a bit low. The sound is a bit low. Oh no, I don't know if it just changed on its own. But on my end, it says the levels are fine. Mackenzie Usher says the sound is good over here. Am I coming in loud and clear? 6-3 hits. All right, he reloaded the stream. Who one makes the double anchor? What? What? Why wouldn't he make the double anchor? Now he just gets blitzed. Couldn't he have made the double? Or did I miss something here? He could have had a double anchor, no? All right, the numbers are going up as people are waking up in the States, it looks like. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here today. If you don't mind, please smashing the like button and subscribing to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. I also have a YouTube channel, Justin Noel Plays BG on YouTube. I will be giving away a few free lessons over there once I hit 3,000 subscribers, so please go subscribe there as well. It would be very, very useful. I would go 2 and then 3. I like this better. Just thinking about the distribution. And I don't know, could he have made a double anchor there? Because it seemed very weird to not do it, and now he's in this spot where his game is just bad. 3-1, okay. Double threes comes up and makes the 5. I think making the 5 might be a little stronger as far as structure goes. But of course, distribution-wise, that play was better. So currently the match is tied at 4 each. And the PR is separated by just 0.02. 0.02. So it is a very, very, very tight race at the moment. Very, very tight race. Double fours. 2, and then the 4 comes down. And not a great roll. We're just going to try to fill in the board this way. 1-6 hits and covers. 4-2, okay. Oh, and he fans again. And there's the 1, and the 3, I guess, just goes to the 7 point. It leaves a 4-3 and a 1-6, but I don't see what else we can do. 2 and then 4. Okay, this is a great roll. Makes the bar point in case he rolls a 1. 6-2 just comes all the way out. There's no need to really slot. You're killing in the race. 6-1. This just comes out and plays 6-5, I think. No reason to not come out. 4-2 misses. Just plays 6-4. And this hits on the 4 point because everything else leaves a shot anyway. And 1-5 and an ace or an 8 will cover the 4. And a 3-6, okay, that covers the 4. He does it this way. I would probably just make the 4 and hit loose on the 1. I think long term this will probably be better, even though it does leave a direct ace shot. I'm just worried about this and bringing home the 14. But I guess he could have just fanned and everything could have been fine. 2-6 lifts that. Double ones. 2. And I guess we just switch, slowing down his momentum a bit. 4-1 makes the point, and the momentum has shifted, and double ones gets to shift. Wow, sick roll from the roof. Double ones, switches again. 4-3, just one blot, only gets hit with 5-1, and this fills in the gap, by the way. This fills in the 3-point for sure. And then I think we just play into... No, why are we leaving an ace? Why are we leaving an ace shot? Oh my gosh, no, that has to be bad, right? We could have just played into the 4 with the last 5 and give ourselves a builder to hit on the 1. Why would we do that? You gave him an ace. And then he rolled an ace. And instead of you getting a shot at him, he got a shot at you. Oh man, no swing there, huh? No swing there. That, I don't know how big it's going to be for the PR, but it's not going to be good, and that's good for Kentaro. But Johannes doesn't have much time, so does he roll it? No, he misses it. Oh, I wonder how big that was. That leaving a shot there seems wild. You give him the ace and you let him out with double sixes? The other way you only got hit with 6-2. Oh, that has to be good for Kentaro. Let's see here, because he's going to win the match. And let's see if he wins the PR. Drum roll. And Kentaro wins the PR. Yeah, I don't know how much that hurt. He says he has to go. Okay, so let's look at the analysis here for a moment. And you see that last 5, he could have just come out. What was 8-3? That would have been my play. Only a 1% error. But this double 5s here is a 10% error. And this double was too good. It was a 350 blunder to cube. This, somebody in the chat said too good. You are correct. And this as a take was a pass. Wow. Wah, wah, wee, wah. Wah, wah, wee, wah. And both players have currently left the building. We will be back in a moment. Wild. I agree. Sometimes you just have to click a button when you only have 4 seconds left, but that is tough, leaving a direct shot. Leaving a direct shot. Problem with leaving direct shots, they might hit them. Sometimes we have to slot, that leaving a direct shot is good, of course, in those situations where there's an upside, but there was no upside. There was only a downside, and it might have cost him the match and could have cost him the PR, though I will say that cube mistake, the 350 blunder there was maybe enough for Kentaro to win the PR. I can get an update on median PR, that would be great. Mehmet, I'll be back in one moment. We are ready to get this show on the road. Johannes, I cannot see your face. Johannes, the camera is a bit high right now. I can only see your hair. Thank you very much. Oh, I can only see your hair again. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Much better. Thank you very much. I'm ready whenever you guys are. Oh, they're already playing. Shit. Sorry about that. 2-1. Karo is leading 6 points to 4 and leading in the median error PR with 2.87 versus 2.94. So it is still very much up in the air. How is everyone doing in the chat today? If you wouldn't mind, please smashing the like button and subscribing to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. That would be very, very useful, very helpful. Okay, so does he need to leave the shot? It's a great question. Where he wants to leave the shot. So this idea is about bringing points to the builders. And 3-2, perfect distribution. Kentaro looks like he's going to be winning a pretty solid gammon here. Unless, of course, he leaves a shot. 6-5, okay. 4-2 makes everything even again. He's trying to avoid things with an ace. He's just hoping white enters, to be honest. 5-1, okay. Double fours. And the gammon is secured. And Kentaro takes a 4-point lead in this match as well. They have played 5 matches. This is match number 6. Mochi is in the Oslo airport waiting for his flight to Dubai. Like making the anchor here, and here I would just play 13 to 8, 6-2. I would just slot the 5 point, I guess. I don't see the need for me running off of my advanced anchor at the moment. So I would just slot the 5 and just hope to be missed. I am missed, so okay, that seems reasonable. I might have made the 3 point, but blocking the 6 away might be better. 1, 2, 3. Um, yeah, interesting. I might have actually just come out all the way with all 3 threes and then just slotted the 3 point. But if Kentaro made this play, it's probably right. Coming out into a double shot doesn't seem ideal if you can avoid it, and then making a new point is always good. By always, I mean generally. Sometimes it's not. And what do we have here? 3-2, just a holding game, of course. He just slots his board, waiting to get a shot. Double twos, just wants to fill in all of the points. 6-5, no shots yet. 5-4. I guess we'll just slot the 2. That seems reasonable. 4-3 makes the 2 point, which is nice for him. Double 6. So this is sevens. No, it doesn't hit. And 3-1 is not a good roll. Not a good roll at all. Awful roll, actually. Awful. Clears that, but leaves the 7, and the 7 hits. And now Johannes has a commanding lead in this game. And the question is, how should he play this? He wants to get coverage over 1-6, which he's getting in this configuration. 1-6 would be your opponent's best roll, so you have to get coverage over it. So maybe 7-13, or maybe you can slot the back of the prime now, but maybe that's not entirely necessary. And 3-2. Could play 6-4 here, just trying to get off of a bad double 6. Of course, he's winning almost all of the games here. Not all of them, but almost all of them. There are always silly things that could happen until there aren't. I have 3 and 5-4 and 6-3. And we're going to get another game out of this match. So we're at a 4-away score post Crawford now. So the cube just comes flying. Did he miss a cube here? He could have got in the. It was. I mean, obviously it was going to be a take, but why not double? Post Crawford 4-away. That has to be a mistake. No, 2 down, and now he has to cube, right? Okay. I don't know. Double 5's not great. Just makes the 3 and leaves an ace shot. 2-3 makes the 5. 2-6 splits, and you could either come out or come down. 6-3. 4-3, okay. This becomes a little more interesting, deciding whether or not you want to step up. So we play the 4 first. Can we avoid stepping up? I mean, if he makes the 4 point, aren't we in trouble anyway? So maybe I would step up. 1-4 makes the 5. 2-6 is not great, but it plays 6-4. And he'd love to hit or just roll a 2-5 or 2-6. He does not want to roll this number. This is the worst number on the dice. Breaks your structure. Allows black to come out. 5-3. He's just slotting. Okay. Looks reasonable. Could have also split, which also looked reasonable. 6-4. Okay, this is awkward because you would like to come out. You could have this work and still get counter primed, right? Because your board could break right now, but will it? It will. Oh, he was doing good until he wasn't. That was in the cards, of course. I could smell the counter prime coming. If he rolls double 6, you're not doing good anyway, so leave him it. I could smell that on the way. Just smelled like it was going to get there. When he didn't split with the first 3 that he had with the 5-3, it just felt like The dice gods were coming. Ah, you can win a gammon here and win the whole match. And 2 off, of course. And 6-1. Well, we have to cut down on shots, I guess. So that seems like a good play. And the 4-3 hits. And now there's a chance you could lose, though I think it's still unlikely. But I guess he's happy he's not going to lose a gammon. Or I thought he wasn't going to lose a gammon. 6-3 crosses over. Double threes. Don't roll a 2-1. Okay, 6-2. No, that's fine. Oh no, 5-4. Okay. And Johannes wins 2 points. And now we get to another free drop score that he didn't use last time. And now he needs to double from the roof. And he gets to take. And I think we can get away with 13-7 here. I think that would be my play. Double fives makes the 1. Okay. I think this is okay. And 4-5. I don't know. I guess this is okay. 3-1. I would make the double anchor over making the bar point. I think that's probably more important. I don't think I'm going to be doing a great job of priming him anyway. 5-3. I would start to hit now instead of making the board. And 5-4 gets to cover and attack. And 3-5. Interesting. Not hitting. I think I'm going to hit, but yeah, I think I'm going to hit. I mean, I would definitely hit. Seem to be some complications here. Does he roll a 5? He doesn't. 5-2. That does hit on the 5 there and gets to come off of the 21 with the other 5. Why this? There's 2 blots in the outfield and you're priming yourself. Are you low on, is he low on time again? I think you just can't allow yourself to have 5 checkers behind the structure. 1-6 just comes out. Double 6 fans, not ideal. How is everyone doing in the chat today? Please feel free to send me messages. I am here. 5-1. Whatever. I mean, I don't think I would play 8-7. I like this better. Oh, what a good number. You need to be able to hop out over that prime. That was important to keep your position from crunching. And you need to hit here just because you want to facilitate the crunch. You want it to speed up. Double ones makes the 11 point, another blocking point in front of him. And 3-2. Yikes. I guess we make the 5 and play 6-4. This is what I would do. I'd make the 5 and then play 6-4. I don't like this. I want to keep the pure structure. He didn't look at my play, but that's all right. He doesn't have to. I like my play because he could roll double threes or double fours or something dumb as well and start to break. But maybe you gain extra timing with 3-1, but also he could fan and now your game is hosted, roasted, destroyed, basically. I mean, there's a chance he could fan forever and you just roll double fives and double sixes. But I want to be black here. Or the variation I spoke into existence is coming into play here. So I would just come around. I would just leave the shots to make the point. And 6-5, okay, seems pretty clear. 4-2. Do we do this? Give 6-1, 4-1, seems okay. Yeah, you can make the point, I guess. Um, a 5 would be very big here, and he does come out. How is everyone doing? If you haven't yet, please smash the like button. Subscribe to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. I also have a YouTube channel where I play and teach backgammon. Justin Noel plays BG on YouTube. 3-2, okay, well this hits. I'm going to be running a contest giving away a few free lessons over there. So, oh, a hit and a hop out. What a spectacularly strong roll once I hit 3,000 subscribers. So feel free. Wait, what? So the 4 comes around, right? He doesn't come around. Interesting. 6-4 is duplicated. Double twos is not nice. But 6-4 is still duplicated, and he continues to fan. Yikes. 4-5 comes out to control the outfield. 4-3 doesn't get to move, and it seems like he might get pointed on, and he does. Double twos is a great roll. He gets to come up to the edge of the prime. 6-4. I think do we have to hit with the 4? Do we bring the 6 in and hit with the 4? Is that what we're doing? Ooh, that was a difficult one there. I was afraid of letting him roll a 6 to get out. Couldn't he have just slotted the 2-point with 6-4? Did he need to break the prime? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it was okay. I didn't really have much of a chance to look at it, to be honest. In 5-4. All right. The only really bad number is 6-5. How is everyone doing in the chat today? 5-2. Okay. Because of the broken board, he plays more aggressively, taking checkers off. Double twos. Yeah, you can rip all 3 and do this because he's going to be forced out with 4s, 5s, and 6s anyway. So you might as well take the checkers off in double 6. Secures the game for Kentaro. And now we will see who is going to win the PR. This is a big one. They're all big ones, but this is a bigger one. And drum roll for the PR. Da 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 da. Oh, and Kentaro plays a 1.5. Absolutely disgusting, winning the match and the PR, bringing him to 8 points. And we are going into match 7. Kentaro has 8 points, and Johannes Levermann has 4. If Kentaro wins the match or the PR here, I think it is actually over. We are starting match number 7. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bubbles. She says, very much enjoying your commentary, Justin. Thank you. I am very much enjoying doing this commentary. I would be watching these matches anyway, right? So why not scream alone in a room by myself while watching it? Seems to make perfect sense, right? Five, three. Are we going to run off the anchor? Or are we just going to play 2 down? We could make the 5, but that's interesting. Difficult decision, but with the blot on the board, maybe this is right. Who won yesterday? Timo versus David Wells. David Wells did. Pre-1, I would just cover just in case Black gets any funny ideas about trying to run off of his anchor. I would get the opportunity to clobber him, and this makes the bar and switches from 3 to 2, creating a bit more structure in front of him, stopping silly numbers like double threes. And 6-2. Well, ugh. You kind of want to hop off your anchor, but doesn't feel good. And here we just play 13 to 6 and pray for a 6-5 or double six or double fives. 5-3 on the other hand is not nearly as nice, so we have to stay sitting on our anchor. Hopping off here would be insane, I think. Kentaro doubles. He's down in the race. I would still take. He was down in the race. That's certainly a market loser. Oh my God. How rude. 5-3, we just have to stay on our anchor here. Our board's already broken, so we're not really breaking it anymore by doing this. 4-3 brings both in. 6-5 comes out with both. Your board's broken. You need to come out with both, by the way. There's no upside in you staying there. There's a downside, though, that's for sure. 6-2. And Kentaro takes the lead in this one as well. Potentially. He's already got an extra 5 checkers off, an extra 6, but white does have a bit of a speed board. All it's going to take is one good double in order to have him pull away in this race. Double fours is a decent double. I wouldn't say a good one because it only took one checker off. Double fives is good though. 6-2, 5-2, 6-1. All right, and Kentaro takes a 2-point lead. You hit that. Do you need? Yeah, I guess because you're trailing, maybe you will hit. I think if the scores were reversed, you would just make the anchor in the 11. 6-4 just runs into the outfield. And 6-5, yikes. Is this what we're doing instead of just running all the way out? 24 pips. I know you want to keep the goalkeeper because of the deficit in the race, but boy, that structure looks awkward. Very awkward. Take. I mean, black structure's so bad, which is why he's really considering the cube. But yeah, here's a shot already. I think we just go to the 2-point. I don't want to play 13-7, 6-5 and leave more blots. More blots, things could get tricky. One blot I can survive if I'm hit. 2-3 has to hit. There's no other choice. Double twos. Super Joker from the roof. This gets to make the 4-point. And I guess we could do this. We could also step up. All of that is fine. Double twos. This makes the 4. What another great number for Kentaro. Double threes makes the bar and just comes out. Wait, what? Why would we cover the 1? If we make the bar, we can't lose, right? So let's make the bar and then hope he hits us on the 1. Who cares at that point, right? How is he going to get out? So this has to win the most games. We don't care about making the 1. I would never do this. It could be right, but I couldn't get myself to do it. I'm just going to slot the back of the prime and just hope he hits me with a 1. I feel like I just win more gammons this way. Because look, he's going to have to tiptoe, and I'm going to make a 6 prime because how does the quote go? 6 primes win games. Mohammed Reza in the chat. Nice to see you today. He says hi. Very nice to see you. 6-1, right? Just hops out, no problem. I mean, there's even an argument for just hitting on the 1, but I probably naturally would have just hopped out, right? Here you can just slot the 3-point. Who cares? 4-3. 5-3. Double threes. Oi, oi, oi. All right. I like white here. Oh my gosh, where did this number come from, huh? Oh boy. But not like it matters. Look at black's board. You just get gammoned more, even after the worst roll possible. You just get gammoned more. 6-1. Go ahead, leave the 2-6. Who cares? I would leave the 2-6. 5-2, I would just clear the 6. I know you want to take a checker off by clearing the 5, but I just don't think it's worth it. I think you're doing fine as is. 6-5, okay, this is all fine. Johannes would love to win the gammon here. Take the lead back from the young grandmaster. But he also needs to win the PR in this match, or it is over anyway. Johannes needs to win the match, and he needs to win the PR. That is a great gammon saving roll. 5-5-5-5. Didn't save it yet. What a nice save. 5-4. He still would have been in trouble. But Johannes ties it up. Double ones makes the bar and the 5. My opponents always roll a 7 here, but sometimes it's a 5-2 and that misses. 3-1 and we split. The 3 has to split here and the 2 comes down making the 11. 6-1. Do I reestablish the anchor here? Interesting. Whether or not I want to reestablish the anchor. Well, this makes the 1 point though, doesn't it? Yeah. 5-6, 5-4, 2-4, double twos from the roof. 2-1, okay. 3-5, perfect number. 6-2 misses. And do we have anything yet? I mean, I would take what I take. This is how I'm starting the question. I think I would take. The 5 is open. I have an anchor. I don't like the fact that the 4 is open on my side of the board, but he could roll 6-1. All right, do we make the 15? It leaves a few more shots, but it makes a new point. This leaves 11 numbers plus 5, 4, and 5, 6. So that's 15 numbers anyway. This leaves no shots. No shots. I like no shots, but he didn't even look at making the 15. And I always have to look at a play. Gotta look at it, especially if you're going to leave shots anyway. Double ones. It's on the one, I think. Can't let him just roll. Tactically, that makes sense. Ha! Ha ha! Sheesh. I mean, black is a massive favorite now, but you get rid of all your gammon wins if you double. So cover and just step up. Wait, what happened here? He hit outside instead of covering and stepping up. Interesting. A one would have just ruined your day. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, apparently it's working out, but that would have made me very, very nervous. Oh, what a shake. Don't even need to hit. Getting off of double fours is why he's doing this one. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And if Kentaro wins this game, he wins the match outright. And it looks like he could win, but does he leave a shot? He does. Is there a 3 in the cup? No. And Kentaro Meijo makes it to the finals of the UBC Online 2025 tournament, and he will be playing David Wells. We do not have a time set yet for the match. We will have to coordinate with the players and see when they are available. Of course, Kentaro is in Japan, and David Wells, I think, is on the West Coast somewhere in America. Let's see who wins the PR. Not that it matters. But Kentaro also wins the PR, so he takes a 10-point to 4-point lead, and the match is over. I will unmute the players now. All right, I'm just asking Johannes to unmute because he's muted currently. And congratulations, Kentaro. Very well played. And congratulations to Johannes. I know not the way you wanted it to work out, but sometimes there's nothing you can do, right?
We just won one match and lost six. That didn't help. But also congratulations to Kentaro. Well played.
Yeah.
So wish you
Very
good
well
luck for the next
played.
round.
Mehmet, do you have the final totals to give us so I can let everybody know what the median error rates were as far as the match was concerned? That would be good information. But congratulations, Kentaro. Very well played once again today. Of course, you started off behind, but then steamrolled your way back into this thing and took a very big lead here at the end. Mochi was watching from the airport in Oslo, waiting for his flight. And yeah, uh, congratulations.
Thank you. Two, two very matches win. very, very lucky.
Helpful.
Uh,
But do you have anything you'd like to say in English or Japanese to anybody watching at home?
uh, I, I hope next match win too. I, I try my best.
Of course.
Uh, I practice hard too.
Of
Thank you.
course. No worries. Well, thank you very much. And Johannes, you played a fantastic tournament. And it was great to see your matches along the way. And I found it to be really enjoyable. How did you like the tournament?
very much. I like the system where you get also points for the PR. So I think it's a very interesting way to play, and it's very exciting. And I enjoyed the tournament very much.
Yeah.
Not
So
the
did I.
end though, but still, overall, I liked it.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Does anyone else have anything to say? If not, we can sign off. And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in today. If you wouldn't mind, before you leave, smashing the like button and subscribing to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. And of course, once again, if anyone's interested in lessons, please feel free to send me an email at justin@backgammonuniversity.com. And let's go. Have a
Thank
good
you,
one,
Justin,
guys.
as well for your commentary. I watched the last match again after I have played. So nice commentaries.
Thank
Good
you
job.
very much. I appreciate it. And if you guys could send me, one of you, the match files from today's match, that would be really nice because I will then go downstairs and do the same. I will rewatch the match with the XG files and see how things were. Mehmet just sent me the final totals here, and both
I
of you.
can send you the matches, no problem.
Thank you. And both of you played great today. The finals for the totals, both of you played under a 3 PR, of course. Kentaro played a 2.33 median, and you played a 2.94 median average. Your overall average was a 2.96, Johannes, and Kentaro's was a 2.76. So it was a very, very, very close match. And it was great to see you all play. And I look forward to watching you, Kentaro, play David Wells in the finals. So we'll schedule that and we will see you guys next time. So thank you all from Backgammon Galaxy, I guess. And I will see you on the next one. Have a good afternoon, evening, or morning,
Yes,
wherever you are
thank
on planet Earth.
Bye bye.
See you guys later. Bye.
See you.
Bye.